Black Op Radio presents 50 Reasons for 50 Years. Why the Warren Commission may be the greatest fraud perpetrated on the American public. Now your host, Len Osanek.
Sunday morning, November 24th, 1963, after the initial shock of the assassination, the nation had been assured that Lee Oswald was the lone killer and the evidence against him was solid. His transfer to the county courthouse would begin a new phase leading towards the January trial. All in all, there was a sense that things would slowly return to normal. Even the television news felt free to return to what it did best, banal human interest stories.
In the distance, the area directly adjacent to the assassination point, the park area where during the past 24 hours numerous floral wreaths have been laid by various Dallas citizens and organizations. The first floral arrangement was placed early yesterday morning by a lone man with a simple inscription.
Bob Walker, WFAA TV, Dallas, Texas, interrupting. There's been a shooting at Dallas Police Station as Oswald was being transferred. For details, Bill Lord, ABC at City Hall. Bill.
Just 1 minute ago, they were bringing Oswald out. He had apparently changed clothes. He was just going out the door, heading towards the armored car, and there was a bang. We believe it was a shot.
Is there someone down on the floor over there? Is there someone injured down on the floor?
Apparently, Oswald.
Apparently, Oswald is the word we get.
He is shot. He is shot. Oswald is shot.
It is Oswald. You're
being wheeled out. When being wheeled out, he was shot in the lower left side.
Put in a police ambulance.
The transfer was occurring late. There were a number of officers around. There seemed to be unusual security precautions. At the last minute, they moved all of the cameramen outside the area, except for two of us, and we moved back instead of out to the driveway. I made the shot of Oswald coming out of the elevator through the grill work in the sergeant's office, followed him as far as I could, then moved to the glass doorways, and were shooting at the back of the officers surrounding him as they carried him toward moved him toward the car. At that time, a shot rang out. I suppose I was within 10 feet of the man.
Now, as Oswald was escorted out, were the policemen to either side of him? Weren't there any in front of him?
Yes.
How did the man get by the policeman in front?
The only thing I know is that someone said he jumped. Police using flashlights had searched the entire basement area. Officers with riot guns and rifles were posted throughout the basement area. All persons entering the basement area had been checked and cleared by the police. All newsmen had been required to show credentials before being allowed into the basement area.
Now, do I believe that you recognize this man after the capture?
Yes, sir.
Did I understand you to say that if you had seen him before, you would have ejected him?
Yes, sir. More caution and protection had been used for this man than anything had ever been seen in the city of Dallas. In fact, Dallas City Hall is normally a public building, but today it was really under armed guard.
Jack.
Is this a confirmed report as to who did the shooting?
As far as I know, I just got it from Vic Robertson.
Vic Robertson from City Hall reports that Jack Ruby, the owner of the Carousel, which is a bar in Dallas, did the shooting. Now, Oswald being brought out of the ambulance, taken to emergency ward at Parkland Hospital. Same entrance, same door, which President Kennedy was taken just 2 days ago.
Lee Oswald is currently undergoing surgery for a single gunshot wound
You indicated that you had made some preparations for this eventuality.
We had received word that there was quite a crowd down there, and on the possibility that there might be some type of disorder, we had alerted our emergency room to be prepared.
What's your reaction to hearing that suspect Oswald has been shot down?
Well, I can't hardly say what right now, but I think that the people wanted a quick decision on his execution.
I did not mean to imply that we had anticipated that there would be a shooting.
Young man, how do you feel about it?
Well, I don't think anything can be too bad for him, and maybe trial wouldn't have done anything different. He would have been shot anyway.
Rumors and threatening calls have been spreading throughout the city for the past several hours. There are many, many stories currently going around, some possibly linking Ruby to the latest dead man, Lee Oswald. Ma'am, how do you feel about the shooting of Oswald?
Well, I just feel like this is too good for him. I think he should have had a trial. And I think he should have suffered more than what he has suffered now, and longer.
C.J. Price, who is our administrator, called me on the telephone and told me that in view of the fact that a crowd had gathered down there for the transfer, that we should alert the emergency room in case any type of disorder was involved in the transfer, and we would need our emergency facilities.
Did police inform him of the crowd, or how did he determine that the crowd was there? And that...
To my knowledge, this was based on his own intuition.
There were no clear-cut defining points involved in the initial assassination. Now this only compounds it. It will be remarkable to find, when the story is eventually known, what actually did happen.
Almost 50 years later, we still don't really know what happened.
Stay tuned for the next installment as we expose week after week 50 lies the Warren Commission would like you to believe.